Phosphor Dot fans, Earl at thelogbook.com. We are on the Atari 2600, but we are playing something brand new. This is the demo version of Tutankham Arcade from Champ Games. Now, if you recall, Champ Games for a while was working with Atari Age and cranking out these amazing new arcade ports. But since Atari Age has kind of been subsumed by the actual current Atari IP holders, Champ Games is going it alone, and I can't help but think that they'll still do just fine, turning out amazing things like this. Tutankham has already been ported to the 2600 because a version of it was brought to the 2600, and I don't think we have played it before. I will have to double check, but I don't think we have played 2600 Tutankham before. And the Parker Brothers version of it was okay, but really missed a lot of the nuances of the game. This obviously benefits from... It's almost unfair to compare the programmers of today's arcade ports to the programmers who were working in that field when the games were new, because number one, your present day arcade port authors are not working to a corporate deadline. Oh, we have to have this done by August so we can get it duplicated in September to be on the store shelves in time for Christmas. No one's having to worry about that. They are working on it until it's done. And also, we have emulators now, which, not really so much talking about Atari emulators, but talking about things like MAME that let you break down and study carefully how a game works. How does this one work? Very much like the arcade game. You have your intrepid, pith-helmeted explorer. Boy, is he pithed. Everything on the screen is deadly to him that isn't one of the valuable treasures he's trying to reach. Now, the arcade game has a 2-joystick control scheme. And so it's easy to fire left and right in the arcade game. Here, you have to kind of be pointing in the... You have to be firing in the direction you're facing. In the arcade game, you could fire behind you, which that's a bit of John Woo stuff. I'm not sure how realistic that is. Here, you are firing in the direction you face, and that's okay. Oh, unless you materialize right on top of a snake, then that is definitely not okay. Hi, snake. Oof. Alright. We're trying to get over here with this key. Ooh, and you cannot fire up and down. I should have mentioned that. That's very important. The not being able to fire up and down. But you can stop facing the... if you let your joystick center itself... Oh, Earl, why did you do that? Cool, you get to enter your initials, which I think that depends on if you can save it. If you're playing this on an actual 2600, that actually staying past the console being shut down depends on a peripheral that has an internal battery. Let's play Novice. Maybe I can show you more of the game if I'm playing Novice. Maybe it'll throw fewer killer butterflies, killer snakes, Heckle and Jekyll at me. I think the birds are supposed to be crows or ravens or something like that. But I always have called them Heckle and Jekyll. Because that's what they remind me of, 100%. Heckle and Jekyll are trying to kill me. Or maybe it's the Spy versus Spy guys. You only have so many of those smart bombs. And what you have to do to use those is you let the joystick center and you double tap the action button. And the use of the smart bombs was one of the areas where the Parker Brothers port of Tutankham that came out in 83 or 84 really was less intuitive and more problematic. I'm a little iffy on some of the scrolling in this port. Okay. Oh, I have to go over here to access that treasure. Which means Heckle, Jekyll, sorry. However, I do need to go back over here. I remember this from the arcade. You have to get this other key because there's a second thing that has to be unlocked behind that treasure room. The not being able to fire up or down really becomes a thing here, as you can tell. Oh, nice graphics on the prizes. JC, I see what you did there. A well-earned Easter egg. Anyone who can turn out this kind of game consistently is truly a treasure. Oh, what are these guys? More colorful snakes. Joseph and the amazing Technicolor snake. Yeah! Oh. Why don't you all come down here so I can shoot you a bit? Yeah, like that. Oops. Whoa, it's a bunch of them. Oh. I'm sure you noticed there was another key quite some ways back that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to survive long enough to get. But they are nailing the arcade mazes on this. Why am I not shooting? Oh dear. Okay, let's go back and get that key. I'm troubled by my present inability to shoot. I may have... Is this a game with a limited amount of ammunition? I have forgotten. But I still have one of those. This is going to be interesting. Ah! Run! Well, I shouldn't have run, like, straight into his backside, but... Ah! Just run, just run! Nice. You're also witnessing one of my better games of Tutankham, like, ever. Okay, I forgot. This is a game with limited ammunition. And I had just been unloading. So don't shoot the Technicolor snakes until you see the whites of their eyes. I really should have gone back up here and gotten this key. Oh, I have a key. Wow. Okay, so there's Tutankham Arcade, demo version. The non-demo version. And by the way, you can purchase the game directly from champ.games. I need to point that out. Definitely support these guys. Definitely support these guys. Because the demo version has new maps, new mazes that are not part of the arcade game, that are original to this game. And all of this stuffed into a 2600 cartridge. That's amazing.